we should now be recording.
Alright, so, hello out there. Welcome back to this playthrough of Super Robot Wars Z3 Jigoku. Once again, we haven't quite gotten things worked out with Twitch, although we got a message from them, so hopefully within the next few days we should have it back and be able to actively stream by the time that we get around to streaming next. That'll either be this Friday or next Monday. So in the meantime, we're just recording a video here with a couple more, at least one more of the little side stories here. The one we have for today is Our Whereabouts. It's a story of Shin, Kira, and Setsuna all going out on patrol together and having to try and protect Orb from the Geminis. So, (7:24) of the calendar. After defending Orb from the Geminis, is E-Blue prepared for its next fight? However, the Gundams at that time. Nailargama, communications room. It says somehow we were able to protect Orb. That's good to hear. It's nice to know that Mr. Kira made it in time. Yeah. That face of yours, it looks like you went through quite a lot. Both about Orb and Mr. Kira. Leaving Orb aside. I've already settled my beef with Kira long ago, you know? It's nice how simple you are at times, Shin. What do you mean by that? Don't worry about it. After all, that's part of what I like about you. What are you saying here now? Aw, you're blushing. But it really is good to know. Oh, I'm happy that you two were able to settle your differences. Me and Kira, huh? Could it be that Kira's got a bunch of stuff from the past that he's worrying about too?
It's his destiny, Kira, tied down by the sins of his past.
With all those belts. Ptolemaeus 2 hangar. Kira Yamato. What is it, Setsuna? What's wrong? If you don't say anything, I won't be able to tell what's happening. If you don't want to answer, then feel free not to. But would you tell me about the past between you and Shin? Back when Shin and I fought? That's right. I want to know why two people like you who tried to kill each other in the past are able to laugh so happily together now. Actually, that's something even I don't understand very well. Huh? Back in the past, Shin and I fought against each other because of the differences we had back in the UCW. Even though we both had the same goal of trying to get rid of wars, our methods of trying to solve it are too different, and in the end we wound up fighting against each other. It looks like you want to say something about that, but it isn't as if either of us was directly in the wrong. There's only one thing that we do know for certain. Let's see. It's at that point in time, we didn't put out the effort to try and understand each other. The effort to try and understand? That's right. That's what you're trying to do right now, isn't it? Everyone always acts thinking that they're correct in what they're doing. But even so... Oh, just because you believe what you're doing is right and that... Right, doesn't mean that the people who are trying to fight against you are in the wrong. This is something that someone else said to me long ago, but the opposite of justice isn't evil. It's just a different justice. Are you saying that there are multiple different possibilities for what is right? Yeah. same time. After all, in order to try and stop wars, I wound up intruding on battlefield and stealing the weapons from both sides. Yeah, just like you did in Celestial Being, right? At that time, I thought that was the right thing to do. I knew that there would be plenty of people who would be injured and maybe even die because of it. But I thought that was the only thing I could do. But because of that, Shin, who had his family killed as a result of it, couldn't forgive me for what I'd done. I didn't see Shin, who was coming straight at me with those feelings of his. But I learned about it afterwards. Shin didn't know what was right either, and so just followed on the path that someone else had laid out for him. Just like me after the end of the destruction incident. You and Shin also. But Celestial Being's recovered, hasn't it? You found something that you need to do. I feel nice having talked to you like this. You, Shin, and I are all the same, huh? Even in the midst of our battles, we're able to try and understand the feelings of others, and realize the fact that we're all aiming for the same thing. So I think that's the reason that we're able to understand and laugh with each other like this now. Is that so? Huh, that's unusual. See Kira and Shin talking together. Is that so? After all, well, Kira, you tend to put in the weirdest subjects at times. I think that's the reason that Athrun always thinks you're such a handful to deal with. How cruel, Shin. After all, well, I know full well what I can and can't do. Please do remember that, though. After all, Athrun isn't here in Z Blue right now. Also, I'm the one who has to deal with you all the time. I'll try and do what I can. What are you doing smiling like that while looking at the two of those guys? You're gonna sound felt, you know? Why would you mention felt? Hey, I mean, you're an innovator, right? That's what people say. And innovators are the sorts of people who are supposed to understand humanity, right? I'd like to do that. This is no good! You don't understand it at all, do you? What? Oh, well, it's fine. After all, I'd be more than happy to teach you the way to understanding women. I seem to remember Kurt saying something very similar to Sosuke at one point. This is bad. And Kurtz is making use of the materials there. Materials? Is he trying to awaken an innovator? It's nothing as outrageous as that. It's something way more pathetic, and that really I'd rather not deal with, but... Wait a minute. What am I saying? If you can't remember it, then leave it at that. We've been given a mission. Mission? The Geminis have started to move again. We're supposed to head out to the surroundings of Orb and eliminate them. Bonus chapter. Our whereabouts. So sending out the Gundams to investigate, huh? Well, me and Camille together is the same as always. But the other teams were set up by Miss Sumeragi? Not this time. I left the deployment orders for today up to Setsuna. Huh? I guess he's grown up too. Right now he's like the commander of Celestial Being, huh? That's incredible, Setsuna. Is this a result of his accepting change? That might be. She looks so happy. Yeah, she really does. Just look at her, I feel like I want to blush. Samaragi! An unknown squadron's approaching from the front. These are the Geminis! How nice it's only the bats. Unmanned units. This response. This direction. Heading towards Akatsuki Island? Wait a minute. They don't have any defense forces there right now. If we don't stop them here, the island will. Those guys. They just pissed up because we beat them last time? Let's go. Looks like they're all on fire here. Hull units, protect this defensive line. If they get past here, the entire island will be attacked by them. Geminis. We will let the destroy orb in front of us again. My mother and Mr. Melchior are on Akatsuki Island. I'll be sure to stop you. Destroy all enemies. Don't let any ally die, and don't let an enemy unit escape the map.
So just quickly. Alright, yeah, those make sense.
So.
How far upgraded? 20 and 20. Alright. Doesn't really matter, but he's better at dodging.
I would have left Shin out because he's the only one who's got multi-hit attacks or hit all attacks. And
there's one simple reason why I didn't though. Despite that,
Seed
Seed
helps.
is active.
Yeah.
Alright, in that case I should just turn him around.
Ah well.
One turn won't be terrible. Oh, one turn.
Probably. Oh, hero, why don't you have any hit all? Target locked on. What's wrong? No, it's nothing. Feel free to lock on and shoot. Lock on. You're sweating. Lock on. You're sweating. Hero, scary. Hero, scary.
So, the nice thing about this I just noticed.
McGlorious. Target,
As
lock
long
on.
as this is everything.
Let's go, Camille. Be sure to protect the island. Shin. Let's see. Looks like you've completely forgotten your hatred towards orbs from before, huh? So what were you saying?
A very nice thing. Everyone starts with max. I assume this is all the enemies.
Possibly. Alright, so.
No, it is not. Okay.
So you have 3 particularly dangerous groups.
You know what I'll go ahead and use.
So this works.
I mean, it should. These were the bats. What? Ugh.
So.
Go ahead and go transcend.
Not something we see often. Setsuna's rapidly growing, both as an innovator and as a person, huh? But even so, I still have my job as a tactical advisor here. Still can't lose to him yet. And it is Trans M mode. Nice to see.
That the sprite is, or...
Yes. Perfect. You want to take out the guys who are closer to the edge, I'd say.
Yeah. Of course, that wasn't good enough. Alright, that should be good.
Why did you decide to pair up with me? I thought I wanted to learn from your strengths. I don't know if I'll be able to help you with that, but I'll do everything I can to help you out. Thanks. The fact that you're just able to answer so honestly as that shows that you've improved, Setsuna. I'm at full burst. Now with way more explosions.
Good.
Oh, that ought to get a kill. But I'm very worried about the fact that it looks like you're going to have to really start playing catch-up here.
That's at least going to help a fair bit.
Yeah.
No, not that. Where most of these are going to be moving.
Yes, that a lot of them are going to be within range of the Dragoons.
Yeah, I don't want to burn
That much energy yet?
that much energy right now. Those ones are going to be painful.
You must take care of them this turn, I think.
I can quickly check. That
That's
needs to
one.
be dealt with. That needs to be dealt with. That needs
You,
that needs to be dealt with.
I don't know
and
that you
needs-
can. Well, yeah, have Shin or have
I
Kira.
can if I go here.
You'll need to use the multi-action.
Yeah.
I don't think it'll be enough for...
Yeah, it was a kill previously.
Was it?
Yeah. So I'm going to trust in that being a kill again. Okay, I've lost.
Yeah.
So, do we continue?
Not necessarily. You might have a chance. So the thing you need to remember is that one, you can block it. Not that one. That single unit left there can be blocked. So yeah, if you could take out those two.
I can definitely take this one out. Those ones are both
First up,
full health.
swap out of Rave Rider mode.
Yeah. If I swap out of Wave Rider mode and go here, that should maybe work.
I don't think it'll be quite enough. Yep, just barely. That's game, set, match.
accelerate.
Well, we'll just need to go through it once more. Remember, there's no SR points, so let's get dropped back at the start of the scenario.
Yeah. So I'm just gonna randomly bust your rifle.
At that point, I would just end turn. Get it over with.
I know, I just want to make sure. Okay, so on a crit, even it won't kill. Good to know.
Ahem. The Gemini's have breached the defensive line! Damn it! With this Akatsuki Island will!
Let's try that again. I was not expecting to be so weak.
Well, yeah, you should know.
I know, but...
So.
Now just match dialogue.
Same stuff as before. They're all in a team. So, Geminis are approaching. There are 3 teams. Need to protect the island. So, yep. Everyone's got will up. So think very carefully about your placement.
Neither of you have accelerate.
Nope. No, Kira does have range up if you need it.
I don't think range up would work. No, it would not.
Nope. And neither of them have accelerate. Personally, I would swap to lock on right now.
Yes, I did note that when I was doing it. That lock on,
Lock on has multiple hit all attacks. So, for this at least, he is more useful to have out.
This is my best bet.
Going for Trans Am, straight off the bat.
Probably same dialogue.
Target lock on.
Yep, it's the same thing.
Yes. This target locked on is a bit too close to the target is lock on.
Because it should just be target lock on.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Just a bit ominous to hear. I'm not a Meister just for show. Alright then, let's go.
This new Gundam isn't just for show?
Something like.
Wow, even that wasn't.
You got one of them though. Can't use his hit all.
Cool. And of course don't have nice.
Hey, you got a kill. You're all a bit too close. So the question becomes, what do you do and where?
1 to 5.
You'd be able to sync both of those.
Or
you could go there with a whatchamacallit and soften a bunch more.
yeah, this would be the ideal.
Remember, Dragoons are not usable post-movement.
I know. That's why.
You'd have to use snipe, but you have snipe.
Yep. Almost use mercy. That would have been
Yeah, you have to use your strongest move too. Kinda sucks.
But it's worth it for the weakening.
Yeah. Okay, now.
I've not used this much strategy in my strategy game.
Nope. So let's see, how much do the funnels do? I'm sorry, dragoons, not funnels.
Super Dragoons. Alright, that's pretty good.
They're very weak.
No kills, but...
So, need to focus on that one unit there that's very close.
You mean this one?
Yeah, that one. I'd recommend you move the two of them over. Only do that if you're going to multi-action.
I am. Since it's just out of Kira's range.
Yeah.
And should get rid of at least 2 groups. And I can deal with the last group with Sumeragi.
Alright.
Okay. You keep setting that to go, but...
Won't be quite enough, but you'll still have one more turn to get rid of them. I would say go as far away from them as you can to still hit that, because you're going to want Sumeragi to be able to take care of the stuff that's down lower, since you have fewer people there.
Alright.
I'd recommend having him take care of the guy at the very top. Because you have one guy who's way up there.
True. Why is this attack not a hit all?
Because that way Setsuna would be... That way he would be way too busted. After all, you can't make anyone too busted.
Alright, that's full transcend. Almost kills both.
Will the GM missiles be enough?
Maybe. Oh yeah.
Yep.
Right, because size advantage.
Amongst other things.
2 sizes of advantage.
Sumeragi's doing shockingly well.
Plus I think Transam gives a buff.
Yeah. So you have 3 problems there. But you have an easy way of dealing with some of that.
Strange post-movement attack. 4 versus
3.
3. Yeah, that'll definitely work.
Alright, so be sure that you take care of
that.
I was going to say, remember that they can still...
I can deal with both of these.
Yeah.
And so I will.
I'd say that's probably the easiest one for Sumeragi to take out. Just see where Sumeragi can get, because I don't think she can deal with that.
This she'll deal with both of those. That one easily enough. She can deal with any of them other than the bottom.
So this time I think you've probably got it.
Burn energy. I can retreat into the tall mass if need be.
And Kira's strongest attack to finish that one.
And then it's just one enemy.
Mm-hmm. But remember, there's more to come. Alright. So we cleared him up? Not yet. That palace hasn't disappeared yet. Over there. There's reaction from underwater. Sandman units were a decoy? There were still this many of them. Get out of there, Setsuna! You can't take on that many! But... Setsuna! Remember, you aren't fighting on your own! Setsuna. Kira! I'm headed over there! You... Setsuna! Remember you aren't fighting on your own! Don't get cocky just because you're an innovator. After all, we're all here on the same battlefield, aren't we? So everyone just has to try their best in their own way. Lock on. It has nothing to do with innovators or new types. We're all fighting for the same reason. That's right. If you understand that, then let's go! Target confirmed. Setsuna FC. Tableau Riser. Proceeding to eliminate the target. Destroy all enemies. And note you no longer have... that lost condition. So,
Or Transam.
yeah, just don't die. That's all.
Wait, you don't... Oh.
Yes. You don't need trust. No one is injured. Low on energy? Maybe, but not injured. Dashing off immediately to go rescue Setsuna. You can be a surprisingly good guy at times, can't you? But you moved with exactly the same timing, didn't you? I'm just used to having to take care of him. What's with this? It's an incredibly nostalgic feeling. Probably something to do with the fact that he's stuck taking on the same role as Crow. Dealing with all the problems.
Let's see if I've got one ammo left. Do you understand, Setsuna? I think I got a bit carried away. As long as you realize that, everything's fine. Let's go. Yeah. Well, you actually killed one. Alright. Should be just these 6 groups, I think.
Probably. Maybe a few more, but not much. Beam rifle.
Should at least get music change.
Yeah. Is combining beam rifle.
Don't know why more don't do it, honestly.
Probably because it's kind of weird. His chest beam cannon. Because he's got one of those.
I always
You
think
won't
that
hit me
it's
so
an
easily.
abdominal cannon, but...
But, yeah, it is more of an abdominal cannon.
The Shinkiro, I will 100% say, that's a chest cannon.
Yeah.
But this, it's the waist. It also feels dangerously close to the cockpit.
Probably. Well, actually, no. Because the cockpit's a bit higher. Unlike with some units, it's in the top part of the chest. And opens from the top. There are definitely some units that do have their cockpit hatches right where that cannon is, though.
Yeah, I mainly just meant since it should be in the chest area.
Yeah.
Would you feel safe piloting a unit that had cannon that close? You wouldn't feel safe piloting a unit, period.
Probably, but I know that... But remember that this unit was very deliberately designed for Kira's exclusive use. I'm certain that the people who put it together are absolute experts who knew very well what they were doing. Oh, come on, Kira. Oh, Kira. Keep dragged along with Setsuna. I don't have to deal with that crap? What's with you, Camille? Even though you're talking like it's some kind of major pain, you look kind of happy, don't you, Shin? There's no way that's true! If you got time to be chattering like that, take on the enemies! Understood. And who will be the one to finish?
Well, there's only one person who can.
No, there are two.
That's what you meant, right?
Yeah.
Sure, Setsuna. And your
Transcended.
terrible unit.
Not terrible, just not anywhere near as good as the original. Because it doesn't have the energy.
Or the riser.
It does have the riser. Just doesn't have the riser sword. Or the energy recovery. So.
I don't even know if I've done this attack yet.
I don't think you have. But here it goes with its very limited amount of GN particles.
Did he just detonate his sword?
I don't think so, but...
I don't think Celestial Being has the
Damn
money
it!
to do that anymore.
Out here in this universal backwater! Villains. This time it looks like it really is the end. We gotta be fine. There are no more enemy reactions. Good work, everyone. Shin, thanks for before. Thanks for before, for packing us up like that. Haha. Yeah, but didn't you say before... Or you can't just rely on me? I'm sorry. It's fine. After all, you saved me back on Onogoro Island before, didn't you? And besides, we're allies who fought by each other's side, aren't we? What is it? Did I say something weird? No. Thanks, Shin. You're welcome. Setsuna. If you don't say anything, they won't know what you're thinking, you know? Huh? If you want to try and understand people, you have to first explain your feelings to them. Through doing so, they'll understand what you're thinking too. But how could I? Just try and express your thanks. After all, that's something I learned from Kira. No, that's something you should have learned from Kira. Is that something for you to be saying? I so want to say something back to him! Thanks, everyone. You saved me. Setsuna. That's fine. Well, with this, everything's settled for now. Looks like I'll be able to enjoy some good alcohol tonight. Setsuna. Somewhere along the way, I started thinking of my skills as an innovator too highly. So I wasn't able to express my feelings to others. I can understand that a bit. After all, there are plenty of times when people have said that I'm completely different than everyone else. The difference between naturals and coordinators. And Kiriyamato is the special one known as a super coordinator. But even so, Setsuna, you are you. Even though after becoming an innovator, you're still you, aren't you? It's got nothing. The people who you find precious and who find you precious are still the same, aren't they?
Setsuna, right?
You are?
I'm Benadryl Lynx. I was studying engineering at Anaheim's college with Mr. Saji.
Saji Crossroad?
I knew it. You are the friend that Saji was talking about, aren't you?
Friend?
You didn't tell me your name. But Saji and Louise often talked about a very important friend of theirs. As soon as I saw you, Mr. Setsuna, I thought it had to be you. This is the friend that Saji was talking about.
Is that so? Kira, looks as if things are as you said.
Yeah. You sure it's fine for you not to go over there? Yeah, I'd just be getting in the way there. After all, Kira's taking care of things in his own way, isn't he?
Don't push things. After all, you've been fidgeting this entire time.
Come to think of it, why aren't you over there with them?
I don't need to worry about them. For the man over there who wanted to become a Gundam and wound up transcending it, I'm certain that he'll be able to go further than anyone else has. Even if he's on his own in the end.
But even so, Setsuna's heart isn't just for a single person anymore.
I suppose that's right.
The Alargama briefing room. Communications room.
Hi, Athron.
Looks like something good happened, huh, Kira? You can tell? Just from looking at that smile of yours. I'll be sure to tell you about it when we meet up in person. After all, it would be a waste to explain over a communicator like this. I'll be looking forward to it, Kira. You sure to do well for everyone at Z-Blue there. Thanks, Athrin. Later then, Kira. Yeah. Good night, Athrin. I'll do my best. In order to protect this world that you, Locus, and I are all living in. When my justice clashes with someone else's, we may have to fight. But even so, I won't look away. With the strength and feelings I have, for the sake of the people I hold dear. Chapter clear. 75,000 money, 250 Z-chips, a crest of Saisei, and a repair kit.
That's the first time that Athens showed up, right?
Yeah.
Alright.
Alright, so I hope everyone has enjoyed this other short little interlude here. Hopefully before long we will be back to actually streaming. Hopefully either this Friday or next Monday. So, again, we have a rat split coming up. So do try and think about that a little, and we will see you later. Farewell.
See you.